What up, everybody? This is Houston Sports Social back at it again.
HSSP.
HSSP. We got a special episode for you today. How many episodes are we in, Shamir?
50.
Big old 5-0.
Bro, we are grown now.
This is the one.
We are grown now. Our kids are off to college.
We're on that hill.
Yeah.
We got the house to ourselves now.
I'm saying our kids are off to college. We got the kids to ourselves.
You know.
Us and the wife are just running around naked. Running around the house naked. She's just throwing ass everywhere. Bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? Throwing ass everywhere.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got the Cialis and Viagra in rotation. You know,
Shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's going back to back to back.
Back to back.
16 hours, bro. I'm just kidding.
I don't know about that. I think if it's 16 hours, you gotta go to the hospital.
That's how you die. Yeah. Anyway.
But you'll die happy.
But you'll die happy. I mean, good way to go. Got a good episode for you today. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We got Texans news, NFL news, Rockets news, NBA news, and we're going to talk about our Astros, man. We're going to close it out tonight.
What the fuck?
We got to close it out tonight, man.
It make me nervous.
Yesterday was rough, but we're back in the H now, man. We're back in the H. Back where our guys are used to.
I honestly think that's why they lost, just because they wanted to win.
But we'll talk about it. Then we got UFC on ESPN 6 that happened last night too. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about Greg Hardy, some crazy stuff that happened in the middle of that fight. Then we're gonna just talk about other stuff. We're gonna take some calls today for our big 50th episode.
Got a lot of people.
A lot of people calling in around 1:45 Central Timing today. So without further ado,
we got the time down.
We got the time down. Everything, man. Everything. It's the big 5-0. Got to do it big. But we're gonna hop right into it with Texans.
Your introduction.
Oh.
Wow. It's a 50 episode, bro.
For the 50th. Gotta do it for the 50th.
You would think you have it down by now.
Man, I'm 50. I'm forgetting my own name sometimes. Okay. My name is Justin.
It's your boy Sham Wow, Sham Bam Kabam, Sham Amazing, the Dark Temptation. I call myself Dark Temptation. Say with me now, Dark Temptation. You know what I'm saying? It's my stripper name, Dark Temptation. And Sham Bam, goddamn.
On the stage, we have
Dark Temptation.
Dark Temptation. I need you to get ready in 5 minutes. Dark Temptation.
Showing out with the cocoa butter on my chest.
Wow, with the cocoa butter.
And last but not least, Sham Bam, goddamn. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it in. Let's get it in.
That one. Yep, good episode today, man. So we'll just hop right into it, talking about the Texans. There's a lot of articles that dropped this week regarding the Texans. We had one about Deshaun Watson, a couple about Deshaun Watson. We had one about DeAndre Hopkins that was on ESPN. A really good article. I'm going to talk about that. But before that, let's talk about there was a Sports Illustrated article that came out. Houston Astros, Justin Verlander, blown away with Houston Texans Deshaun Watson's demeanor. It showed how they have regular dinners together. They talk about it. And JV was like, I'm not trying to mentor the kid. I just want to be his friend. So it just shows like the how cool of a dude Deshaun Watson is. You'd think, being like the man around here, like you kind of get that arrogance to you. Right. But like when you see him at press conferences and stuff, like even after a loss, like you don't see that like that clap back. You just kind of see and just, I know what I did. I know what he shows that he knows.
It's humbling.
He shows that he knows what he did wrong. There was that one after Carolina where he was just like, yeah, they were doing this, that, and the other, and we just didn't execute.
There you go.
He was just like, how other Cam Newton, like other quarterbacks.
Okay, you was ready. You had that one like then.
No, you know how like. But they just get salty and they don't want to talk.
No, I get it because he's one of those quarterbacks that's not going to blame everybody else around him. Like he fucked up too. Like he did. Like no one man's an island. You feel me?
Exactly, and it just shows his maturity too. Because Justin Verlander is
at a young age too.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and the fact that he sees him as a peer, sees him as like an equal, like speaks volumes in itself. This dude, Deshaun Watson's only 24.
Yeah.
And like JV is damn near almost 40. He's been through the grind for his whole life.
Yeah, I know. But he better show out tonight. Though.
He better show out tonight. Yeah, we need.
We need that win.
These Astros needs all. Man,
We need that. We can't keep. Yeah, we can't keep
that win.
Yeah. Anyway.
So in other Texans news, this is coming from Houston.sportsmap.com. Remember me and you went back and forth about the offense of this team last year and how it sucked and how our red zone offense was terrible. I
don't think we went back and forth on it. I think we was agreeing.
We're unified.
I think we'll say
My bad. I don't know. Wrong.
It was goddamn trash.
Yeah. But it shows that like their offense is the curve in their offense this year.
Right.
Is so like astronomically different.
Yes.
Different from last year's. I mean, Watson is currently tied for first in total touchdowns.
So I think the last episode we was talking about just with the Texans, it's a flip of a coin. You don't know what Texans you're going to get. I mean, it still might be true, but now I feel like I can say because it's been 6 games now.
It has been 6 games.
And I'll say we'll know for sure what any team is.
Yeah, was it last episode that we said fakers are for real? Where we were like, is this team? Okay, it was last episode. Okay.
And I'm here to say that the Texans are a legitimate team.
They're for real.
Like, for sure, a legitimate team.
They're for real.
Like, our offense is pretty freaking good for the most part. Our defense is pretty solid.
Yeah.
You know, of course, the secondary.
It's not as high as it used to be.
Right.
It's not as great as it used to be, but they're not no slouches.
Right. Yeah, because, of course, the secondary is
they've
suspect.
had a consecutive turnover in every single game for, 20 games almost?
Yeah.
So it just shows.
So we've been doing good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless, if we just go back to the last game with the Texans and the Chiefs.
Let's recap that game.
Yes, please. Because I called, I think the second quarter from then on, Chiefs were getting in our ass. Chiefs were getting in our ass,
it was
man.
17-3 before halftime. 17-3.
Yeah. So, and this is probably a just fact. Patrick Mahomes re-aggravated that ankle.
Yeah,
right?
In that
he
game.
re-aggravated the ankle.
Yeah.
So he was so he started being on decline. But personally, I think Patrick Mahomes has been on a decline for the past 3 games.
He also threw his first interception to us too.
Yeah. So, but again, I say he's been on decline for the past 3 games.
And I remember hearing something during the. Sorry.
Oh no, I wasn't finished.
Okay, carry on, sorry.
But you started to see and I think everybody noticed too. It's hold on, he's a little hurt. No, let's take it back. Yeah. But I would like to think, regardless if Patrick Mahomes was hurt or not, I feel like we would still did the same thing. Hopefully, but definitely. There's no way to tell. I'm just glad we won.
Definitely,
I'm just glad we won.
I am too.
Freaking dude, Deshaun Watson was throwing just threading the needle on a lot of fucking passes.
That fourth down to seal the game. Man,
hell yeah,
that was ballsy.
Yes, exactly. But we also got to mention the receiving core too. Deshaun Watson. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins was doing his job. Will Fuller was doing his job. Will Fuller. Okay, yeah. I mean, because it was a lot of passes he should have caught. A lot of touchdowns a lot of more touchdowns we could have had if he didn't drop that.
We should have
we should have blew them.
We easily left 3 touchdowns on the field
because even though the Chiefs was beating us at first, we should have been even with them as long as Fuller would have caught those passes.
Because if you look at it, the Chiefs don't have a good defense.
No,
they don't.
I mean, but they haven't had it for a while, though.
I'll take it back. They have a good defense. They don't have
a great defense. They don't have a great defense. Yeah, but they haven't had that for a while. They focus primarily on their offense.
Yeah. That's how they win games. They win,
True, yeah.
They just outscore you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying.
What I was going to say earlier is you can see, ever since Patrick Mahomes hurt that ankle, he hasn't been able to plant and really push, throw off of that foot.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of messing with him because he's relying on shoulder strength only. And so you won't get accuracy because you won't be able to get your feet under all the throws, right? So he's just going to have to rely on upper body. He's still accurate. He's still strong. His arm is still strong, but still, he loses that little bit of oomph to it, You could see that after, so many plays, he would just, kind of limp off.
Yep.
He wanted to play, and I think what happened here is just the straw that broke the needle. I mean, the straw that broke the horse's back. It was just too much for him to bear, and finally his body just gave way. But we'll touch on that later on in the episode. What else did you think about that game? What did you think about Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson?
Hey, dude, I'm glad. I'm so happy we got Carlos Hyde. I'm so happy, dude, because he runs with a little bit of finesse, but he's so much like a fullback, though.
Yeah.
He runs over people, dude.
He runs hard.
Yes, man.
At you.
He runs over people. I was like, dude, but I always liked that style.
Yep.
And,
Duke Johnson is a finesse back. He's the one that does all the moves and stuff. But Carlos Hyde, that's a bruiser. That's a big boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
He's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And
our tight ends.
Yeah, because of tight ends. I was going to mention that. But again, on Carlos Hyde, so we run up the middle a lot.
Yes, we do.
I'm glad we have somebody like Carlos Hyde that can run up the middle and not just get sent back.
Because Lamar Miller wasn't that guy.
No, he was not that guy. So, but Carlos Hyde is.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
But
Jordan Akins.
You was about to talk about the tight ends. The tight ends was good.
Yeah, because I feel like Bill O'Brien's offense works when you have tight end threats. Like, he had Aaron Hernandez and he had Rob Gronkowski when he was with the Patriots,
When he was the
offensive coordinator. Yeah. And so now I feel like with Akins and with Darren Fells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
And then you have with Jordan Thomas on IR, and you have Kahali Warren as IR stashes. Dude, we could have like a 4-headed monster with tight ends only.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they can all catch, and Darren Fells can block. Jordan Akins can kind of block. Jordan Thomas can block for sure. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, weapons on weapons.
That's what we need. But let's talk about the defense, man. Let's talk about the defense.
Let's talk about it.
Defense, always been good. Freaking J.J. Watt. Yeah. Merciless, they getting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Merciless.
Our secondary is better.
Yeah.
It's not where I would like it to be.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean,
and we had a lot of injuries too. Bradley Roby got hurt. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Joseph was hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that's why I'm scared, because we have it's kind of empty as far as like the players that we depended on.
Our depth is kind of thin at corner, yeah.
So, but hey, defense is still pretty solid.
Yes, it is.
Like that's all I can say.
It's solid. It's solid. That's a good way to put it. Mm-hmm. It's not great. Teeter-tottering on solid and good. I think solid is like right under good, would you say? Or was solid above good?
I don't know the rankings of that. I'm not an English teacher, so I wouldn't be able to
I think solid's like manageable.
Sure, I feel like that's an opinion.
Thanks, Dick.
I don't think that's a fact, but all
right. Moving on, there was a Bleacher Report article about Deshaun Watson, just talking about his curiosity. He had meetings with Kobe and Justin Verlander. He's learning how to get he's talking to other guys, telling them how to be great. I remember in that article, he actually talked to Justin Reed and asked him, "Hey, you can like kind of confuse the quarterback better if you did it like this," So he's telling the defensive guys what they can do to be better too, just based on his vision, what he's seeing on the field. That shows maturity in itself. A 24-year-old shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But he's doing stuff that like 35-year-olds, like 30-year-olds are doing, people that have been in the game for so long. He's 3 seasons into it, and he's like telling defenders how to play better. Like, that just shows like we got a really good one.
But he's doing it in such a way that he doesn't come off as like,
a dick.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Like, he doesn't know at all. Like, he's still humble enough to learn, you know what I'm saying, and take criticism.
Yeah.
Instead of just blaming everybody. Well, the defense didn't do shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This wide receiver didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and it's easy in this league to, like, point the finger. Like, that's what some of the Eagles players are saying about Carson Wentz. I remember reading an article where there was an anonymous Eagle player that was saying, man, we just need to simplify shit up in the Eagles offense because Carson Wentz is going through a little rough patch right now. Mm-hmm. And so there's some stuff going on in Eagles land.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk
about that later. We'll talk about it in the NFL. Read that article. It's on Bleacher Report. So now on to the NFL.
This is good.
Biggest news that came out is coming from Ian Rappaport yesterday at 11:56 a.m. The MRI has confirmed that the Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes suffered a dislocated kneecap, but not significant additional damage, which is good. Sources tell me and James Palmer TV he'll seek additional opinions to be sure. The plan is for him to return this season after a brief absence.
Brief absence. Okay.
So to in succession with that, speaking of that absence, this is coming from APnews.com. Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Now
that sounds about right, but that's almost the end of the season. 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, that's after their bye. I think when is their bye?
Probably is after their bye.
Yeah, he
You're
gets
right.
a significant amount of break. But dude, once that kneecap slides out, like it's never really. He's gonna have to he's gonna have to rehab that, brace that shit up like heavy, because it's gonna be mental too, on top of physically, like being nervous about that knee. And he was a threat because he could run, right? So what happens if he gets?
Yeah, he could run, but he wasn't like that rushing type of quarterback, though. He wasn't like Deshaun Watson.
He would run and extend the play, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He could, but it's like it's not on the level as like Cam Newton would do, Deshaun Watson, even Russell Wilson. It's not on that level.
But see, those three, they're running to get yards, right?
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes would run laterally to extend the play. And then he has speedsters like Tyreek Hill and Denard Robinson cutting across and making those plays.
But like when you say run, I'm always thinking like, oh, he's running to either get yards or to score. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that. He sits there and plants, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see how it all plays out with him for his career. He's still young. Yeah, get the words out. Get the words out. So, we'll be monitoring that.
And let's talk about that game a little bit, too, because, like, everybody thought the Broncos was going to win for some reason. Why? I get it. They beat the Chargers. Okay, the Chargers are a legitimate team. Let's not forget that. And plus with the added threat of Melvin Gordon, even though they don't need Melvin Gordon, I think Austin Ekeler is still a great running back. Yeah. I think he should be starting first of all. But I would know Melvin Gordon actually takes it another level.
Plastic?
Huh?
Are you crinkling plastic?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I
was like, I thought it was something in my headphones.
I got to
admit. What's going on? Because I didn't see your arm moving. I was like, what is happening? I thought it was static.
No, I was going to put this minute in my mouth.
Yeah,
real quick,
my bad, dude. Because I just saw your hand. I didn't see
breath.
the finger. I was just like, what? I was tripping. I was like, what is going on?
Anyway, damn, what was I saying? Oh, okay. Yeah. I know Melvin Gordon is still a good threat for the Chargers, but they don't really need him. Like, if we're being honest. But anyway, the Chargers are a legitimate team. And then they beat the Titans, which the Titans, who knows what kind of team that is anymore?
They're hot and cold.
I don't even know.
Mariota got banned.
It's Tannehill freaking playing now.
Yeah.
And
but Tannehill
do you really think Tannehill is better than freaking Mariota?
Yes.
Really?
Throwing wise, yes.
I don't know about
athletically,
that. As I'm saying, I don't think so.
But I think Ryan Tannehill is a more accurate passer.
I would think just as a more all around quarterback, I think Mariota's better.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like athletically, Mariota's a better athlete, but strictly from throwing, I think Tannehill's a better quarterback.
Okay.
But he's stationary. That's the thing. And their offensive line, Mariota gets hit a lot.
Yeah,
that's why he's not.
Yeah, and I'm saying if you don't have a good offensive line, I think being stationary is kind of old fashioned.
That's for every team. Every team needs a good offensive line.
True. Yeah. But I mean, the Titans. Who knows what kind of teams? I can't even say if they're good or
so
bad.
Hot and cold, so dude. It's so crazy.
But like everybody thought, the Broncos going to win. The Broncos going to beat Kansas. I'm like, where are you getting this from? And then without Patrick Mahomes, the Chargers still whooped their asses 30-6. Get the fuck out of here,
dude.
Bro.
It was so bad. And then, dude, John Elway, their general manager, has been so hit or miss. I think Peyton Manning has been the best quarterback that he's ever drafted. Not drafted, but
ever been there.
Acquired as a general manager.
And then it's funny because with Peyton Manning, he wasn't that good a quarterback when he was in
his defense carried him, right?
Yeah, his defense carried him. Well, he was there for 2 seasons.
Yes.
The second season, he was bad. It was horrible. Yeah.
So I don't know. GM John Elway has been hitting a rough patch, but we'll see. Another big blockbuster that happened. It seemed like the Rams, they had a bunch of injured cornerbacks, and then they traded Marcus Peters away. So everybody was like, "What the hell is going on?" Then this is coming on Google. Rams land. Actually, this is USA Today. Rams land cornerback Jalen Ramsey from the Jaguars in a blockbuster trade. The Jaguars will receive first-round picks in 2020 and 2021, as well as fourth-round pick in 2021. The move completes the reshaping of the Rams secondary after the team traded quarterback Marcus Peters to the Baltimore Ravens.
No, they're supposed to get picks in 2020, right? 2 picks in 2020, right? 2 first-round picks.
They get a first round in 2020 and a first round in 2021. So 2 first round picks, which is what Jacksonville wanted.
Yeah.
And then they get a 4th round pick in 2021.
Okay.
So everybody was.
So they really get 2 picks in 2021. Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. So everybody was like confused, like why the fuck are the Rams trading away their number 1 cornerback if they're injured everywhere else? But it was because they were shaping and paving the way for Jalen Ramsey, who's active this next game. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but like his personality, man. Definitely needs some work. He blames everybody around him, but
he's about to get paid. So
still, though, dude, he doesn't take the blame himself. So I don't know how that's going to affect the team itself. It might be good, but it's like
I'm just glad it's not our team.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. He's active to play. That's coming from Field Yates, your boy Field Yates.
Field Yates.
With the best name ever.
Right?
He says, Todd Gurley and Jalen Ramsey have been removed from the Rams injury report and are good to go on Sunday. Ramsey left his back injury behind in Jacksonville. Ooh, with the shade at the end.
Damn.
So yeah, look forward to that game. Mm-hmm. Also in injury news, Patrick Finley, at Patrick Finley, he says Saints rule out running back Alvin Kamara and tight end Jared Cook, which I'm pretty upset about because he was pretty solid for me in fantasy. But we'll see. I got to scrounge around for a backup tight end now.
Yeah, dude. Shit.
Why you just got to get injured, man? What the heck, man?
Bro, I had Drew Brees on 2 of my fantasies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That killed me, man.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. So a lot of people were looking to try to trade for Patrick Peterson from the Cardinals because clearly they're kind of not doing so hot right now. But to cut all that down, this is coming from Dove Kleeman on at NFL Dove Kleeman. He says, Cardinals general manager Steve Keim, quote, "We are not trading Patrick Peterson. Why trade a player in his prime at one of the hardest positions to find for a maybe lovely trips to the field?" So Patrick Peterson is stuck there for the long haul.
There you go.
And that's all I got for NFL news. Upcoming games. This weekend's going to be pretty good. We got a couple of good games. Texans and Colts.
Texans and Colts. Eagles and Cowboys. That's going to be a prime time.
Oh, let's talk about that Jets game.
Let's talk about the Jets game.
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be biased because, I hate the Cowboys. It's mostly the fans. Yeah. But the Jets played out of their freaking mind. Yes, Sam Darnold came back and fucking tore that ass up.
Mono free.
Hell
He's
yeah.
mono free.
There you go, bro. That's fucking, dude, that was crazy. He's accurate as hell, too.
Yeah. But, yeah, man, a lot of people were clowning on the Cowboys. They're like, this is what happens when they play actual, like, talented teams.
Well, see, the Jets at that point was 0-4. 0-4. But, like, the Cowboys, they lost, 3 times now?
Yeah.
3 times in a row? And look, it's like teams that wasn't that good?
Yeah.
Well, no. Actually, no, that's not true because they lost against the Saints, which the Saints was pretty good.
Yeah.
They lost against, I don't really know the Cowboys' schedule like that. Who else did they lose against? Besides the Jets and the Saints.
Yeah. Who else lost to the Saints?
Who else did the Cowboys lose to? They lost to 3 people.
Let me look at it. But I'm pretty sure it was good teams because I remember there.
Yeah, I know one was the Saints.
Yeah, one was the Saints. Let me see.
They lost against the Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Packers is a good team. Yeah, but like they pretty much lost.
They
3 times in a row now.
They lost to the 49ers, who are lossless. Not lossless, but they haven't lost.
Right.
No, that was preseason. What am I doing?
Right. Well,
they won against the Giants. One against the Redskins. One against the Dolphins,
which are all sorry teams.
Lost to the Saints. Lost to the Packers. Lost to the Jets.
So it goes to show you, like, when they're against like pretty good teams, they're going to lose.
Definitely.
But against sorry teams like the Miami, the Giants, and Redskins, which are freaking trash, especially the Miami and the Redskins, of course you're going to win. How can you not win?
Yeah.
And then, like, we saw that travesty of a game with Miami against the Redskins.
Yeah.
That was freaking horrible.
Yeah.
It was just like, the two sorriest teams are going against each other. Oh, this is going to be a full match. Why is this even on TV?
Yeah. So
it didn't make sense to me.
I don't know, man. But yeah, that's all I got for the NFL.
That's all I got for the NFL.
Cool. So we're going to go into the Rockets. Huh?
No.
Nobody. It's 126, 145.
Okay, gotcha.
So there's a lot that's been going on with the Rockets.
What's
a
going on,
couple of
man?
weeks ago, Daryl Morey, he tweeted out or retweeted a tweet that said freedom for Hong Kong.
Okay.
And it was met with a lot of backlash from China. Now, before I get into the protests and everything, I'm going to say the backstory. China, Hong Kong is in China. It's a region in China. It was
no, for real.
Yeah, so it was ceded to the British Empire in 1842 through the Treaty of Nanjing. Ended the First Opium War, and it became a crown colony under Britain. Right. Then Britain won the Second Opium War, forcing the Qing Empire to cede Kowloon in 1860 while leasing the new territories. Blah blah blah. Anyways, fast forward to 1984. The British Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, signed the British Joint Declaration, which incited a wave of emigration from Hong Kong. The handover of Hong Kong on July 1st, 1997, returned Hong Kong to Chinese rule, and it adopted the Hong Kong Basic Law. So basically, Hong Kong became part of China again. Now, what these protesters are protesting for is a democracy, because China is communist right now. The Hong Kong protesters are seeing the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, undermining the law of human rights in Hong Kong, instigating multiple protests. So what Daryl Morey did, he was like, freedom for Hong Kong against, for basic human rights and stuff. Now, China launched this social media campaign where a bunch of Twitter bots attacked Daryl Morey to the point that the Rockets owner, Tillman Fertitta, said, look, Daryl Morey's opinion doesn't reflect the Rockets organization because the Rockets have so many ties to China, right?
Yes, because of Yao Ming. Yes.
Exactly.
That was the main thing. And then after that, opened up that market.
The NBA has a lot of ties.
Well, yes. But it was through the Rockets, though, if we're being honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that faced a lot of backlash. Daryl Morey had to put out a statement and be like,
I need to shut the fuck up.
PR nightmare, whatever. But yeah. So then moving forward, they asked LeBron because LeBron and the Lakers are playing. Now, as an athlete, everything you say is put under the microscope. Everything you do is put under the microscope. This is why you have PR teams.
As an athlete celebrity.
Yes, athlete celebrity. Mm-hmm. This is why you have a PR person create a statement for you. LeBron faced a lot of backlash for this. He's talking about Daryl Morey's tweet right now. I'll let you listen to the statement right now. It's on 3.
LeBron, part of the reporting today was that players in the meeting with Adam were wondering if Daryl would be reprimanded or punished because if a player had said something to cost the league money, you thought, not you personally maybe, but the players thought that they would be punished. Do you think that Daryl should have been reprimanded for that?
I think that's another situation that should stay behind closed doors. We are to see what happens with any one of our players or with an owner or with a GM at a later date. I think when we all sit back and learn from the situation that happened, understand that what you could tweet or could say, and we all talk about this freedom of speech. Yes, we all do have freedom of speech, but at times there are ramifications for the negative that can happen when you're not thinking about others and you're only thinking about yourself. So I don't believe I don't want to get into a word or sentence feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand, and he spoke, and so many people could have been harmed, not only financially but physically, emotionally, spiritually. So just be careful what we tweet and we say and what we do. Even though yes, we do have freedom of speech, but there can be a lot of negative that comes with that too.
All right. So based on that statement, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you think he was in the right to say that?
I mean, it was kind of weird because he was trying to say like, hey, there's times when yes, we do have freedom of speech, but we need to not take. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out the word I'm trying to say. I guess not take advantage of or abuse it. That's what he was trying to say. Okay. But I guess it is throwing shade towards Morey indirectly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't. I don't think he was trying to be like malicious about it.
Yeah, but a lot of people. He faced a lot of backlash because a lot of people were saying he was a hypocrite because he had money involved. Now he had previously on MLK Day, he had said injustice everywhere is a threat to justice anywhere or something like that. Okay, it was an MLK tweet. Yeah. So that kind of is kind of hypocritical, wouldn't you say? I mean. Yeah, they're fighting for their basic human rights over there. So why is it when it's a cause that you're behind, you're like, yeah, we need to fight for our freedom or whatever here. But when it's somewhere else that's affecting you financially, then it's a problem. You shouldn't speak up. Free speech is bad, blah, blah, blah.
I think it's because it's here and that's there.
Yeah.
I think that's mainly what it is.
But a lot of people are saying it's because he has financial ties there.
I mean, I think
almost
a lot of NBA players have financial ties.
Exactly. That's why this is such a hot button issue because there's so many financial roots deep in China. The Lakers were in China, Shanghai, I believe, to have a game there.
But you're also enticing like the China government too with those words.
But the U.S. shouldn't be at the feet of China, though.
What you mean
They're trying to get an American sport into their country. Why are we at the mercy of China?
Because they make everything else.
No, but I mean, like the league. Why should we have to like walk on eggshells to appease the Chinese government?
Makes the jerseys.
Okay, that's true. I mean, that's a point. That's a good point.
Like,
that's a good point. But I mean,
uniforms?
then when you're at the control of China, and they're like, "We're gonna
do we hold up to?"
That's true. That's true. But
it
just shows, and like what happened because of that is the NBA. Adam Silver actually put out a statement being like, "Yeah, Daryl Morey's tweet. Well, we don't condone that." But then they retracted because Adam Silver got a lot of backlash for that too. And then basically they had a players only meeting with the Nets and the Lakers with Adam Silver. And they were like, they asked LeBron. They asked if there were any questions, and LeBron was like, is Daryl Morey going to get any punishment? Because, there's people's finances and stuff that he's fucking with right now. And Adam Silver was like, no, we can't do that because when y'all were tweeting about President Trump, like, we didn't do anything there either.
You have to be fair. Okay,
this is being fair on both sides.
Well, I'm just take the bitch way out and just say, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just don't know because I am not educated about any of this shit.
Exactly, and see, that would have been a perfect answer for him to say. Just be like, I don't know enough about it to make a comment.
The whole Hong Kong rebellion. I don't know shit about that.
Exactly, the reporters are fishing for that because now they can run this shit. They've been running this shit for 2 weeks now.
What happens if he does say it? If he does say he's still going to receive backlash, he's fucked if he does, and he's fucked if he don't.
Not really, because Kyrie said, I don't know enough about the situation, and what happened? They were on LeBron.
Kyrie? Oh, and by the way, people, I'm making like a gesture with my hands. Kyrie is here. LeBron is here.
Exactly.
There's a freaking difference.
Okay, but you don't expect...
Everything LeBron says has weight just because of his celebrity.
But do you expect LeBron to have, like, top-notch
Fuck no.
knowledge?
Exactly. I don't look to LeBron.
So it'd be understandable, right, if he was just like, I don't know enough about the situation?
True. But at the same time, why does anybody look to a freaking basketball player about anything else in the world besides playing basketball?
That's just the way it is. But still, I mean, they'd be perfectly fine with a no comment.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, but they have no choice. They have no choice, right?
No, because they want him to say something.
Yeah,
anything.
Fuck them. Yeah. Fuck them. I got financial ties over there.
True.
And
I don't have it over here.
I'm screwed this side. I'm screwed that side.
That's what I'm saying. He's fucked if he does, and he's fucked if he doesn't.
But a no comment would have been the safe answer.
Sure.
It just would have been like my 8-8 with the bet with the Texans, right?
Like a bitch. Yeah.
It's if I'm losing fucking billions of dollars, hell yeah.
But you're not losing a billion. We didn't even bet.
He would lose money. No, LeBron. I'm talking about LeBron would lose money. If he pissed off the wrong people.
Right.
So this is just it's been crazy, man.
I have no idea.
He faced a lot of backlash, dude. A lot of people turned on him.
But a lot of people fucking did. Yeah. Like you said, Adam Silver did too.
Yeah. And, so we're gonna actually hear some audio from Adam Silver talking about the whole situation.
You guys go back to China next season. Then they go back.
It's unclear. A bit of a history. The NBA first played a game in China in 1979. Christian missionaries first brought the game to China in the 1890s. So I'd hate to see this relationship, basketball in China and then the NBA in China, end over this incident. But we're all resetting right now, so it's too early to say whether we're going to have games there in the future.
So nothing is off the table yet, but you're going to try to salvage the relationship.
Exactly, nothing is off the table yet, but we do need to reset with the Chinese government, and everybody has to establish what the rules of the road are going to be going forward.
Have you talked to Daryl Morey?
Yes, I have.
What do you guys talk about?
We've talked on a regular basis. I mean, making sure he's okay. That's the first thing I talk to him about, and just to make sure he's getting through this okay. He has a lot of pressure on him from hundreds of millions of people in China, but it's good to see he's getting great support in the United States.
Yeah, so you can tell he said it's unclear whether we're going to have a working relationship with China. going forward. And then he said, he's been talking regularly to Daryl Morey to make sure he's okay. Because, dude, honestly, he was getting a tweet every 3 seconds from a bot saying NSML or something like that, which is some Chinese epithet meaning, your mother should die or something like that.
Oh, shit.
Every 3 seconds. He was getting it from a Twitter account with 0 followers. So it was a planned bot attack.
Right.
And so his Twitter probably blown up. He was probably getting a notification every second or something. You just got to delete Twitter at that point.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, who knows, man? Because does China have? Because China has money ties to NBA. So does China want to just freaking cut all those ties off? Because I don't think China wants to cut all those ties. So I think China wants to deal with it too.
I just remembered the quote: "A threat to justice anywhere
is a threat to justice everywhere."
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, I was flipping at the word.
I mean, you were close.
I was close. Carry on.
Oh, dude, I'm done.
Okay, so
I was like, don't want to talk about this shit anymore.
Yeah, enough with
the politics now.
I know, right? Yeah, enough with the heavy stuff. The Rockets had a game yesterday, last preseason game. The season is upon us after this.
Tuesday.
So
right?
They're playing in the game, and there was a play where Russell Westbrook was running, and he grabbed his hand and immediately ran to the locker room. Austin Rivers also hurt his neck. So everybody was kind of worried about that because we just depleted our point guard depth. This is coming from Jonathan Fagan after the game. D'Antoni said Rivers and Westbrook both told him they were all right. He said Rivers' sore neck was a shoulder injury. Westbrook's sore hand was another dislocation of a finger.
God damn.
So he hurt his finger on that. So, yeah, man, that's tough. It's tough to see. But he's going to be all right. Man, it just makes my hand hurt thinking about that. Oh, but yeah, they won. They beat the Heat 144-133. I still think our defense needs a little work, but our offense was doing really well. Russell's going to facilitate. He's going to facilitate. That much I know.
Which is kind of crazy.
But we got to capitalize on those opportunities.
But if he has an opportunity to score within the paint, just let him do it.
Yep. And Gerald Green is out indefinitely.
Yeah, I saw that with his foot, right? Yeah,
that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart.
So
the season is upon us. Our first game is going to be versus the Bucks. We got the reigning MVP, and the Bucks are coming. That's going to be Thursday, 10/24 at 7 p.m. This is that weird lull period where all 3 sports, all 4 major sports, are playing at the same time. We got baseball, basketball, and football, and soccer are all playing at the same time.
I'm honestly going to be watching baseball just to see what the ASTROS going to be.
Yeah, man. I hope they close it out tonight.
And as far as the Spurs schedule, Wednesday we go against the Knicks. Yeah, all you Spurs fans out there.
Yep.
And then Washington, and then Portland. Portland, I want to see what that's about. I think Portland's going to be I think Portland's pretty stacked. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Nurkic, and they got Hassan Whiteside too.
Yes, and people doubt Hassan Whiteside. I'm like, no, Hassan Whiteside pretty cold, man.
Yeah, he's pretty cold. He's a big dude too. Cold.
So, speaking of that, I want to talk about the GM polls. The GM survey.
Yes, please.
Okay, so where they were just ranking teams. They also ranked which team will win the 2020 NBA Finals.
Okay.
46% says the LA Clippers, which is justified because that's
star power.
But it's not just an offensive team; it's more defensive than anything. But it's they have 2 of the best 2-way players in the league.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and then you have the fucking beast of a beast in Patrick Beverly.
Yeah.
Then second, you have the Milwaukee Bucks, 36%. I don't know how that happened. I just don't see it. No shade towards the Giannis or the rest of the Bucks, but I just don't see it.
You don't think he's gonna have another breakout season?
I think Giannis is gonna get what he gets. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get his.
Yeah.
But it's just they're gonna rule the East because the East is kind of weak anyway.
Yeah.
So it's that's not much of a challenge. Besides, only people you have is maybe the Brooklyn Nets, you have Boston, and you have Philly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And Toronto, which everybody wants to say, but I don't know what Toronto's going to do.
Yeah.
I will hope Pacers do well, though. I will hope the Pacers do well.
Yeah, yeah.
But in that, and then 11% says the Los Angeles Lakers, which I mean, I can
as
see
long
that
as
happening.
LeBron is there, there's always going to be a chance.
Yeah, as long as LeBron is there, there's always going to be a chance.
Yeah.
Now, and they also rank the teams of who's going to be the best. Like as far as the East is going to be, so I'll name top 5.
Yeah.
So it's Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Boston, Brooklyn, and then Toronto.
Damn.
Why? What's up?
Rockets ain't even in. Like,
It's the East.
Oh,
the
it's
East,
the East.
the
Okay,
East.
my bad.
So in the West, actually, I'm gonna go through all 8. So, oh shit. In the West, it's going to be the Clippers is first, of course. Denver is second. Lakers, Utah, Houston, Golden State, Portland, and San Antonio. So I like the Utah Jazz. And I know they got more
Conley.
people. Yeah, Conley. Yeah, everybody underestimates Conley. So
he just got to stay healthy.
Right. Okay, so Denver for me it's kind of weird. I understand
weird,
they didn't change people and they're still a threat, but I don't know if they're
about
number 2.
Yeah,
I don't know about number 2.
That might be a reach.
But I think everybody wants to know, like, because as far as like the Clippers and the Lakers and basically all these new teams, people think they haven't gelled yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I looked at some of this preseason. I'm like, I feel like they're there.
Maybe.
I feel like they're there, but who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
And then I feel like Houston should have been above Utah. Mm-hmm. I feel like Portland should have been above the Lakers, personally. San Antonio at 8. I'll keep San Antonio at 8.
Okay.
Like, and that's me speaking as a Spurs fan. I'm just being realistic about it. I'll keep San Antonio at 8 because we're going to make the playoffs regardless. Yeah, that's just always going to happen. We're a perennial playoff team. We're always going to make the playoffs.
Sounds good.
So,
man.
But so what are your opinions on that, man?
I think the Rockets should be higher. That Denver thing kind of threw me.
But you are biased, though.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But that Denver thing kind of really threw me.
Right. That's the one thing that threw me off.
That's why you hear me laughing. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. No, I get that they didn't change people, but still, it's like.
Yeah.
But this is all like speculation.
All pure spec. This is a GM poll, though. So, I mean, there's people who have been with the teams. It's just what they see. This is what they're paid to do, like observe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But
again, it's all speculation. And I guess like the one thing you sure is like, is Denver because they didn't change anybody.
That's true. They have that chemistry too.
Yeah, they already have that chemistry.
That's the one drawback of like getting new players. Mm-hmm. You still got to figure them out. Just like the Rockets are kind of doing too during the preseason. Like they're still trying to make it work. That's why Russell was playing like 25, 30 minutes because he's trying to like get accustomed to his teammates.
Mm-hmm. Which for him, I don't think it's going to take long.
It's not going to take that long, but
he should be like that system favors him.
Yeah,
because it's fast, speed.
That's true.
Like he doesn't shoot threes, but he can just drive.
Put his head down, drive. Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how that all if that poll changes like late mid-season or something like that. I know they take multiple polls like that, so we'll see how it goes. In other NBA news, this came out recently. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver will face retribution for defaming China, state media says. So
the fuck?
Yeah. So
that's all right. Whatever,
fun.
man.
That's fun. Yeah, that's the last politics thing I got.
Yeah.
Other interesting news coming from Adrian Wojnarowski. He says a severe injury has been ruled out for Zion Williamson's right knee, but he's expected to miss period of weeks to start regular season. League sources tell ESPN Pelicans are clearly treating injury with an abundance of caution, but there's no shortage of confidence on full recovery. So this is interesting because Zion's a big dude. He's also a stocky dude.
Yeah.
Got a little weight to him.
I remember.
Like 270.
Yeah.
270, 265, 270, something like
he's
that.
He's like, what, 6'7"?
6'7", yeah. And I remember Scottie Pippen on one of those TV shows, those syndicated TV shows, he was like, no, not Scottie Pippen. I'm sorry, Paul Pierce. Mm-hmm. Paul Pierce was like, dude, Zion needs to lose the weight just like I did because I was having knee issues too, and it's true.
But like, is he fat though? Like
it doesn't matter.
No, like
he's.
I get what you're saying because it's gonna be rough on his knees and shit.
Yeah. He's a big dude. So, he just has to lose the weight, so it'll be easier on the knees. I know. So we'll see how that goes. In other news, DeMar DeRozan went 3 for 3 from deep tonight against Memphis. His last game with 3 made threes came on April 25th, 2018 as a Toronto Raptor. So maybe he developed that 3-ball game.
We'll see. We'll
see.
Like as long as our field goal percentage just stay up.
Yeah. As long as it stays up.
As long as it stays up. As long as we make the shots that we need to make.
Yeah. So what we're working on right now is we're going to get some calls coming in. This is our designated call time. We got a few people messaging in. So that being said, I'm going to
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, right now. Go ahead and What up? What up? You're on the show. What's up, man?
How's everyone doing? What's going on?
Oh shit! What's up, dog?
We got Rolando on the show. How's it going, man? How's it going? We just wrapped up basketball and football. We're right about to start on the Astros. So you called us right on time, man. How you doing?
Doing good. Who are the Astros?
Who are the boy?
Shut up! You stop it! You fucking stop right now.
If you don't get,
just go ahead and go.
I'm talking about the world's greatest baseball team, Astros, man.
Yes, sir. That's the ones, man. How you think this game is gonna go tonight?
I think we're gonna be doing all right, man. I think we're gonna do good. I think our strategy's kind of been a little out there and a little weird.
Yeah.
I feel like Hinch has kind of been, pulling a little all out, on some of these calls, with busting out Verlander twice in the last two series.
Yeah.
And not gonna lie though, man. Each time it hasn't really worked out in our favor, man. So I'm kind of really hoping that it kind of works out well.
Yeah.
Because we're waiting. We're waiting.
What do you think about us being back home for this one though, to close out possibly?
Dude, honestly though, us being home is probably the best thing that could have happened to us.
Yes,
definitely,
absolutely.
At the end of the day, we want to win more at home than they care about actually winning. Because our fans are loyal. We're the best kind of fans that I think baseball can have.
Definitely.
Yes, we don't throw up on babies and
Dude,
shit.
I was watching a video yesterday of an Astros fan that had to get escorted out of Yankee Stadium, and people were like throwing beer and popcorn and food at him. Bro, and they were like flicking him off, and they were like yelling at his woman and stuff too. And I was just like, "Dang, dude! If you throw beer on me in my face, it's hands on sight. Like it's on sight. Like
yeah."
And the cops didn't do anything. Like they were just like escorting him out. The cops couldn't do anything because they didn't want to like incite a riot or whatever.
I like New York, but dog, man, like them fans are fucking crazy.
Yeah, they are crazy, man. It's nuts.
Like Philadelphia fans.
Yeah. What's up?
Dude, that's the thing though, like for me, like I'm a New York guy, I love New York City. I go there at least like once or twice every couple of years,
Yeah.
I eventually would love to live there and, be a Yankee fan. But dude, like, I to the point, granted, I don't think anyone, the Texans or even just a Houston fan can hate the Cowboys the most. But I think, man, I don't know, man, these Yankee fans in general, they're just the worst I've ever seen, Like, they're just so, like, it's unnecessary, too. It's, like, unnecessarily ruthless. It's just, like, there's no call for it. There's no need for it.
Yeah.
It's not like we were doing anything malicious. It's just the game, and they're making it, like, personal.
Yeah. It's kind of like soccer in England with those just freaking roughnecks. Like, every time their team loses or some shit, they start a freaking fight. Yeah, it's fucking insane. It's unnecessary. And, yeah, a lot of these people need to be taken to jail.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And like a lot of it has to do with the league, man. The league's got to say something, man. Like,
yeah. But
they got to do something about it.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember Reddick was talking about how they're throwing like souvenir balls and like bottles at him, and he said the security guards were looking at him the whole time, like, and they didn't do anything. That's the craziest part. Like, those people should be ejected on site, and like they didn't do anything. You know what I mean? So it's tough. It's tough. It's a hostile place. I think that's what kind of rattled Greinke in that last game that he pitched in, just because they were just like yelling and cursing him, just saying all kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, man. Do you want to predict the score for tonight? Are you gonna be ballsy?
Yeah, but real quick, man, just to kind of show I have a little bit of an insight on Yankee Stadium. Okay. I've been there, so I know how it is. It's an amazing stadium. But like, yeah, man, I was there for like a regular season game, and these guys are fucking crazy. But you know what made it the difference is that I was actually there's this girl that I went to high school with. She ended up going to New York, went to a regular Yankee game, and as a joke on her Twitter, she tweeted a photo at Yankee Stadium saying, 100 retweets and I'll jump on the field. And this is like back when Jeter was still playing, so she's like, 100 retweets and I'll jump. Joking around. Security was at her seat within 5 to 10 minutes.
What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like, that's kind of the crazy part. Like, she tweeted it. She didn't tag Yankees. She didn't tag anyone. She didn't add nobody. she literally just tweeted it to her friends. She had like less than 100 followers, so she didn't think it was going to matter. But somehow they were able to find it, go to the section that she was sitting in, and be like,
monitoring
you
her?
don't even think about it.
Yeah.
They basically like, and she took a picture of the cops that are literally there. And they were like, they came to make sure that we don't actually do it, and warned us that it's like against not the law, but like we'll be banned and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, so security takes that seriously, but not people interfering with the actual game. And I was like, that's kind of
exactly, because what it is like you're disrupting the Yankees. You're disrupting the Yankees. Like, but if it's the other team, fuck them.
do whatever you got to do.
It's like if it's the Yankees, you're disrupting the sanctity of the game, ma'am.
Sanctity of the game. Yeah.
Cannot do this.
Yeah, and another thing.
Exactly.
The other interesting thing about that stadium is it's an open roof, and it was cold. When we were playing, the ball travels differently in the air. Weather affects the guys, Well, you're in a closed roof AC stadium today. Not tomorrow. We're going to close it out today. I firmly believe that. So these guys are going to be comfortable. This is home. Got the Crawford boxes. So we're pulling for them, man. But, dude.
Same here, man.
I appreciate you calling on our 50th episode, man. Thanks.
Hell yeah,
Thanks
bro.
so much, dude.
This is the 50th, man. Big 5-0.
Exactly.
5-0,
we old, man. We old.
We old. We're putting more money into our retirement. We got our AARP applications on deck. We are ready to go, sir.
There you go.
But I appreciate you being a part of it.
What's the score projection you guys are thinking? What are you guys going to be at?
Dude, I think we're going to win, but it's going to be close. So I'm thinking either a 2-run or a 1-run difference in score.
Really? I'm thinking it's going to be like 5-4.
Yeah. That's
well, no, okay, I'm sorry, but I'm talking about the exact score.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be like 5-4,
I
dude,
think
like legit. Because I think the Astros going to come with it.
They're going to come with it,
Yeah, they're going to come with it today.
But I think we close it out today. I really firmly do believe that. But, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thanks for being a part of it.
Hell yeah.
Go Astros, right? Go Astros.
Go Stros, guys. Appreciate it, fellas.
Have a good one, dude.
All right, later.
Good call, man. Good call, man. Got me fired up about the Astros.
He was one of our guests. He actually came up here one time.
Yeah, he actually came up one time talking about his Sundance experience and stuff.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, we got a couple more calls coming in within the hour. Hopefully they call on time. Got a bunch of late folk, going on the CP time. So we'll see how that
Look
goes.
Look at you, bro. It's like a radio host, bro. This is a podcast. Calm your ass down.
But yeah, now that we're on the Astros, man, they start today at 7:08 p.m. at Minute Maid Stadium. You can catch that on FS1 or FS1 International. We're back in the juice box, man. Back where everybody plays good.
Hell yeah, Minute Maid Stadium, baby. Let's get it in.
Minute Maid Stadium.
So let's talk about that last game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that last game. Verlander did not find his stride early.
Because
he found it late in the game.
Yeah.
He was striking out, but it was like early, dude. They got what? 2 runs off? No. Yeah. 2 runs off from pretty early. I think it
was a first one was a 3-run homer, and then he gave up a 1-run home run.
Yeah, because the first one was a solo home run.
Oh,
the
yeah,
first one
maybe
was a solo home
because
because we got one.
That's true.
Because we got one, and then the first one, like as soon as the guy just popped up, freaking solo home run. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was
so.
That's the problem that we had. We're so top heavy in pitching, and then our bullpen kind of tapers off a little bit. We can't just keep pushing, like Rolando was saying. We can't just keep pushing the same guys. We got Cole and we got Verlander. We can't keep pushing them because Verlander, he's running on short starts in both series, in the Rays series and in this series. He was coming back on a short start. And what happened in that second start where he was rushed? He gets shellacked a little bit.
Yeah.
And you could see in the very first inning, he got shellacked.
But you saw it took him a while to find his rhythm.
Yeah,
though,
and then when he got his rhythm, it was good. But at that point, if our bats are so quiet like they were, or they've been.
Yeah, we wasn't hitting for shit, bro.
Anything. And pitchers can see this is what I think about pitchers can only hold the game down so much.
Yeah.
They can only hold it going. If you're not scoring, it's just basically a game of errors now. It's
you're fucking the pitcher.
First one, and JV made a mistake. And he gave up a 3-run home run.
Yep.
Because he gives up home runs, but usually it's like a 1-run home run. Usually it's solo homers, right? But what happens? That's going to happen. It's inevitable. Because when you pitch, you're basically trying to trick the guy into swinging at strikes or balls or whatever. But eventually, they're going to hit one of them. They're just going to be dumb luck. They're going to swing and it's going to make contact, right? But you plan for that by hitting on offense, and you get that run support. Once you get that run support, it's easier on the pitcher. But now, if the pitcher's playing from behind, he's got to be perfect at that point. He can't play around. He can't open up his bag and like throw kinds of crazy pitches because he's trying to just get out of there scot-free, right?
Well, I mean,
stop the bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's not to say like he can't handle that pressure. He can, of course.
Yeah.
It's just like fuck. He still needs help. You know what I mean?
He still
like
does
because he's been in that position plenty of times, and then luckily somebody on offense hits.
Yeah.
Finally, but yeah, it sucks to be in that position. It does suck.
It does, because then you start to put it on yourself. But honestly, it's not his fault. It's not his force. He's going to put it on himself because he's the one to get the points. But if we had run support, 4 runs doesn't mean anything. We were down 4. It was 3. It was a 3-run differential.
Yeah.
We have batters. We have hitters on our squad. They just weren't hitting. Honestly, I honestly think the cold was just affecting them. All of them were wearing the balaclava.
Oh, dude, it looked so cold there, man.
Yeah, it just looked miserable. It wasn't like freezing, but like everybody was like wearing like the head things, and I can just imagine like just playing in anything like that. Like,
you know me, I'm a bitch in the cold, bro.
Yeah,
I can't do shit in the cold.
I'm a warm-blooded human.
Yeah, I can't do shit in the cold.
I don't do cold like that. Yeah, but yeah, dude, the whole city's behind them. I'm getting like notifications from Park Mobile like reserve your parking spot now for the Astros game. Bro, it's like it was noon when I was getting that message. Like they're telling me reserve your parking now because it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm expecting a sold out arena today.
Was I with you like the last time 2 years ago when they beat the Yankees? Was I with you?
I think
no.
so.
I was with Brian.
Yeah, you're probably with Brian.
Yeah, I was probably with Brian, and we was at.
No, I came out too.
You came, but it was like after. Yeah. No. It was me, you, Brian, and Nuri.
Oh yeah.
Right. And then because I think y'all two came after, because me and Brian was Houston fan. Was the same right by home plate.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, that bar. We went in that bar, and so shit ton of Yankees fans there.
Yeah,
bro. It was separate. It was like halfway. Astros and Yankees, but no, these Yankee fans were cool. Like they were shit talking, which I expect. I expect, but no, they were cool. They wasn't like throwing fucking bottles and shit and fighting.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they did start fighting, that would have been an even more fun night. But
hands on sight.
Hands on sight. Let's
go. But yeah, man, that's the thing about the Yankees. They're just such an iconic team that there's always going to be Yankee fans wherever you go.
But they bought the best team.
Yeah, they pay their way into stardom or whatever. But this Astros team is homegrown. I feel like that's why this team is so loyal, because they've been through the lows, those $5 ticket nights. When everything was dirt cheap, you can get third base seats for what, like $30
easy.
When we were losing like 150 games.
Yep.
That's exaggerated. Probably like 100 games, 100 something.
Still,
games.
That's still a lot, man.
3 seasons in a row, it's easy.
Trash,
dude. And so other fans, they just always used to call us the Lastros because we were the Lastros. We were asked too. But now look what happened. You get a new GM. He builds it from the ground up.
There you go.
There's no way but up from here. We're perennial contenders now. We're like the Spurs of baseball.
Yeah.
Like you can't ever count us out. We may not win, but we're gonna be.
But they're always gonna be a threat.
We're gonna be the thick of things. Even when the Spurs, like people, like key players are hurt, you can't rule them out. Right?
You can't rule them out. Or like bad thing when everybody was saying like Spurs are just old men. Spurs are old men, but then they win 5 times.
Exactly.
Win the championship 5 times.
I feel like that's what we become, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. So whatever happens tonight, man, win, lose, draw, we still got one more. They got to win 2. We got to win 1.
That's it.
So if we use that momentum, ride that momentum, we're going back to the World. See, the thing is, everybody's talking about how the Nationals, who won on that side, the National League, how they've been. It seems like a lifetime ago where they clinched, where they were on that side and they've been rested. But when you rest for that long, which has been like a week almost,
you get rusty,
you get cold, and warming up is that much harder, Whereas if you're in the thick of things, your body's still accustomed to playing. You're still in playing mode,
right.
So that could possibly be an advantage.
Yeah,
most may see it as a disadvantage, but
I think most may see it as a disadvantage because of the pitching.
Yeah, of course. But still, their pitchers can go cold too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they can only train so much.
True. Yeah,
so we'll
right.
see. And we have a better record, so they come to us if we win. They come here. Then we go to Washington. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this game. I really have high hopes for this.
I can't wait, bro.
All right, we got another caller on the show.
Oh,
all right,
you hear the ringtones?
We'll go ahead and take that. Yeah.
Oh, that's already
Okay. What up? You're on Houston Sports Social. What's up, dude?
What's going on,
What's
man?
going on?
It's that Houston hater, baby,
Hey,
dropping in.
this dude. Let me introduce
Dropping in on the line, baby. You know, them Yankees spanked that little ass yesterday, you know.
Let me introduce
I
y'all.
had to jump from one bandwagon to the other one, you know. Nick Toretto is going to be right, baby. I'm taking off my shirt. I'm rubbing my belly.
What up, Pep,
I
man?
think I see a comeback from the best team ever. Aaron Judge, baby.
Oh,
The big, goofy-looking kid from Toy Story.
He looked like the kid from Toy Story. Is that what you said?
He does look like the kid
Fam,
from Toy
I
Story.
thought-
They got a meme about it and everything. But yeah, man, you know, I had to call in, baby, for my boy's podcast. You know, I had to call in and say, "Go Yankees, baby! It's a comeback! It's a comeback!"
Bro, I
What's
thought
going
I was
on
the
on the
most
show,
random person
man?
on the show.
Nah, man. Hey, let me introduce y'all to Pape Text Rob, man. This is the #1 hater in H-Town, man.
God
You
damn.
gotta love him because he hates so hard, man. But this dude literally hates every
It's
Houston
so
team.
hard, but it feels so good to see the Houston fans cry. I get fed off them Astros Twitter tears.
Man, how you think this game goes tonight, man? How do you think about the Astros? What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to get spanked?
Man, I think statistically, man, this dude has to lose sometime. The dude ain't lost in 4 months, you know. So I don't know, man. I think statistics are on the Yankee side, and they'll be forced to a Game 7.
You think so?
Game 7, and we know what happens to Houston in Game 7.
Oh, that hurts my heart. That hurts my heart.
Just like the Rockets, just like James Harden walking off the court sad. 20 minutes later at the club, 20 minutes later in the strip club.
Hey,
Making
I'm a
it
Spurs
rain.
fan, so I can laugh at this shit.
Oh, and some more stuff for people to cry about. Your boy Russell Westbrook is already hurt. Oh, yeah. That finger ain't working no more.
That finger
Shooting
ain't
finger,
working.
it was already gone. He already couldn't shoot. Now he's going to be messed up.
Oh, shit.
And then you got Gerald Green. Gerald Green gone for the whole season. That boy already was missing one half of a finger. Now he's got the broken foot.
Dude, this was fucking fantastic.
Fucking Pape Text, man. I fucking love you, dog. Appreciate you calling in, man. All love, brother.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Congratulations
Appreciate
on the anniversary, man. Y'all have a good day, man. Y'all be safe.
I
All right, brother.
appreciate
Appreciate you, man.
it, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
Like,
Bro, what the fuck? Hey, that shit was funny as fuck,
that shit was
dog.
so
That shit was
funny, man.
as
That dude's
fuck.
the number
I
one
did not
hater.
expect that.
Dude, this dude always calls in on Sports Radio 610, the flagship station of the Texans.
Yeah.
And he always talks mess about the Texans. So think about it. He's
Well,
going,
okay, so he's
going
probably
on-
a regular on there at this point.
absolutely.
He's a regular.
He's
then.
calling in on there, and he's just like, Deshaun Watson sucks. That boy ain't got no arm. That boy ain't got no arm. And the hosts are just like, what? Like, what do I do with this, you know? But
Bro,
he did
just
it.
go with it.
I know, but he did it so much to the point that he's like endeared by the city because he's such a shit talker. I remember this dude, like we became friends, and like I remember he told me he went to the tailgate for the last game over there, and he was just like, dude, everybody was just like, I fucking hate you. But come here to my tailgate and eat some barbecue. Like, you know what I mean? Like it gets like comical to the point that like everybody loves it, you know what I mean?
I guess it starts to become a meme at this point.
Yeah, definitely. But that dude's the best. That dude's the best.
So I'm taking my shirt off.
Yeah, he's
my belly
rubbing
out.
my belly.
I get fed on these Astros tears, bro.
That dude's crazy, man.
God damn.
Yeah, man. But he's pulling for the Yankees. He says statistically, Game 7s.
I mean,
statistically, Game 7s haven't gone in the Astros' favor. I mean, in the Houston's favor.
I mean, he's not lying.
He hit me where it hurts, man.
Yeah, he's not lying about that at all. Oh, no, when he said about the James Harden walk off the set, I was like, fuck.
He says strip club 2 hours later.
Yes, that is
crazy.
He's accurate.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy, dude. It's
shit,
crazy.
That was funny.
Let me,
okay.
Man, I just got to collect myself after that, dude. I got to collect myself after that.
So, okay. So, here's what we're doing. Because, I mean, we're all going to watch the Astros games tonight.
Yeah.
Gonna have to, you know.
Gonna have to.
I might be late for work tomorrow morning.
I might be
but
late
not
for
late,
work.
just later than I usually get there. Because I get there like an hour,
Yeah.
like an hour and a half early.
Yeah.
I'm probably get there like 15 minutes early.
Man,
because I know this game might go late, dude.
It might go
late. It starts at 7, right? Oh, 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts 7 or 8.
About hold on.
Usually games like that, a baseball game will last maybe like 2 hours.
Yeah, just about.
Overtime,
dude, it's
so long.
nuts.
It goes to 11 innings.
It's
Like,
nuts,
what the
man.
fuck?
It's nuts.
Yeah, everybody's like, hit the fucking ball so we go home.
But yeah, man. Sorry, phone lines are good.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, you can tell that Justin's on his phone when he starts like repeating and shit. Like he says like definitely like 3 times. Like what the fuck?
Hold up, bitch. Hold up, man. I'm triple tasking, dog. Leave me alone. But yeah, we got some good calls. Got some good calls in there, man. We got a good couple of calls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get one more in, but it's going straight to voicemail. I don't know why the phone line's being so stupid. There we go. There it works.
Mute it.
There we go.
All
right, man. We got another person on the show. Welcome. This is my dude, Dank. Say what's up to the people, Dank.
Hey, what's up? This is Dank the Weed Bank, Dankarino from the Think Tank. So I had to do your little montage there.
Nah, it's all good.
It's a little intro.
I'm
I can see.
avid listener.
Yeah,
Avid
man.
listener.
I appreciate it, dude. This
Appreciate
dude's
that,
an
bro.
avid listener, a fan of the show, man. I appreciate you.
Hell
hey, man,
yeah.
what are your thoughts about this game tonight, man? I want to hear what you think about the Astros tonight.
They're going to win as long as Alvarez and Correa can stop them strikeouts.
Yes.
You can go ahead and throw Springer in there, too.
Yeah. What do you think about Alvarez's slump? I mean, the dude's been slumping all playoffs, man.
He has to come out of it, right?
He has to. He has to.
I mean, there's only one cure of that.
He has to come out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, there's only one cure of that. You have to find a fat chick and just plow the fuck out of her. What the fuck? Right? And that's how you get out the slump. Exactly.
He needs something.
Yes, bro.
Fat kid.
Fuck a fat chick. I'm sorry. Big girls need love too, dog. Like, it's not bullshit. And then what you notice, a lot of big girls are cute in the face.
What's up, Dank?
So his slump is kind of like eating wet microwave tortilla chips.
Oh.
Why is it like that?
Like, dude, you're gonna eat them anyways, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would, because I'm always stoned out of my mind. But you're gonna eat them anyways, and you have, like, when you're microwaving them, you're like, man, I have all the faith in the world that these are gonna be the most delicious things I ever eat.
Yeah.
But then you bite into one, you're like, golly.
I regret this.
Or when you're drunk and you just eat those stale chips and you're just like, I'm too drunk to care. These chips are delicious.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like you were with those nachos at Biggio's.
Why you got to bring up old stuff, man? Why you got to bring... Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying you ate up all the nachos and I didn't get none because I was fighting the Incredible Hulk.
There's going to be a story time. We got to tell that story, man. But I appreciate you calling, Dank, man. Good stuff, man. Thank you for calling in and listening. Thank you for being an avid listener.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. Y'all keep it real.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good one. All right, so the story behind the nachos.
Oh, let's
so
hear it.
we all go out to Biggio's right there by Minute Maid because we all went to the Astros game.
Yeah.
So me my drunk ass. When I'm drunk, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
what
it.
happens is we go with the big group and they get nachos for the table. Mm-hmm. Now, where they messed up is they put the nachos in front of me. So if you put that shit in front of me, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. And and it's not my fault that everybody's conversating over there. There's people conversating on the other side of the table. Everybody's doing something, like 3-4 different side conversations going on. And what am I doing? Eating the nachos, looking at every single one of them. I was just eating my nachos, looking at this story, looking at that story, looking at that story. All the stories are on the table, right? And pretty soon, before I know it, there ain't no more nachos on the plate. And everybody's just like, where the nachos going? I was like, I ate them. They're for everybody. I was like, I mean, you put them in front of me. So now they know me as the nacho lover.
How big was this plate?
Oh, it was a big nacho plate. Like, I'm not proud of it.
Like, was it like?
It was table side. It was a shareable nacho tray.
I'm saying because what did it rival like the monster nachos at Chacho's?
No, it's not that big.
Okay. I was like, it was that big. I was
it was like a restaurant shareable plate.
Okay.
And they put it in front of me. I mean, you can put it in front of me. Yeah. Best believe I'm going to eat those nachos. Absolutely. You know? So now they know me as the Nacho King.
Nacho King.
Because Nacho King. But yeah, that's a story, man. Dank is another dude that calls into the station always high out of his mind, man. It's just hilarious. It's hilarious, man. But
hey, but you know what I just realized? This is kind of our anniversary. Because when did we start this podcast? We started last year, right?
No. Well, yeah.
Kind of last year. I forgot what month. Well, we got to look at the first episode.
Yeah, we got to look at the first episode, man.
But yeah, I think it was sometime in the summer.
Yeah, and I remember it was in the summer. Yeah, starting in the summer, man.
Yeah, we passed our anniversary a little while ago, but hey, the 50th, I think that's a great way to
great way, man.
Commemorate it.
And it's great that, you have loyal listeners and people that actually give a shit about this episode.
Yeah, dude, he gave his intro. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I know.
He pulled the meat.
He pulled the meat. But it's good, especially coming from, like, nothing and trying to build this thing up from the ground up, getting all the equipment, getting the site down, getting it pushed out to all podcast media sites and stuff. We've come a long way, man. This is almost automatic for us now. We just set up and push it out, and then content is always there. So, just another shout out to all the listeners, everybody that's listening. We're not saving the call-ins just for this episode. I know it's our big 50, and we took in a bunch of calls today, but phone lines are always open. Mm-hmm. We'll always post when I'm going to post it on the Twitter at H-Town Sports Pod when we're doing the episode, like the time and stuff. So if you ever want to call in between, we usually take about two hours to shoot the episode. Yeah. If you want to be on the episode, you're always free to call in. You can always just DM the Twitter page. I'll give you the number to call. I don't want to post my
of course, please
number out on the Twitter version.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, please don't.
But if you ever want to get in, just DM us. Just have your voice heard.
Call me on the cell phone.
He's doing the Drake dance. Nice. But, man. Thank you again. So moving on in the episode after the Astros talk, UFC on ESPN 6 was yesterday. The decisions were
yesterday?
It was last night. I know it's usually on a Saturday.
Yeah,
but,
but
this UFC on ESPN usually has it on Friday night. Darren Stewart had a decision victory in round 3 over Darren Wynn. Macy Barber had a KO in round 1 over Jillian Robertson. Joe Lauzon had a KO TKO round 1 over Jonathan Pierce. Greg Hardy had a win that was later redacted to a no contest versus Ben Sassoli. And Yair Rodriguez El Pantera had a decision victory over Jeremy Stevens, and Dominic Reyes had a 1-minute 43-second round 1 knockout over Chris Weidman. Now, the issue with the Greg Hardy thing is, in between rounds, right? Mm-hmm. This dude asked his trainer for an inhaler, and he took the inhaler and then gave it back to his trainer, and the UFC didn't know what to do about it because at first no one's ever done that. Greg Hardy, I know, but Greg Hardy, says he got permission to do that, and they were like, all right, so he just did whatever he did. Okay. But after further research, so asthma, so when you take the inhaler, it's giving your lungs extra energy, right? Because when you have asthma, you have difficulty breathing.
But it depends on the medication, because if you get albuterol, it really just opens it up.
It opens up the lungs.
Right. But not energy. It doesn't give you energy.
I know, but it helps your lungs, breathe more effectively,
yes.
Right?
Right.
But also, when you're fatigued, you have trouble breathing too, right? So is it giving you an unfair edge to be able to breathe?
See, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Because what it do is, because it's just like, if it's albuterol, then it opens up the bronchioles. right?
Yeah.
The bronchus. It opens those up so,
airflow gets in better.
Yeah,
right?
the airflow is better.
Yeah.
It just gets through your lungs better. You can breathe a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an edge? I mean, damn, that's a good.
That's why they ruled it a no contest because because the other dude's gassed too. The other dude's gassed too.
Yeah,
maybe
he's
not
getting extra
way
fucking air.
Exactly. So
Damn.
this is coming from MMAfighting.com. Greg Hardy's win overturned to no contest for illegal use of inhaler.
Mm-hmm.
His team plans to appeal. This comes from Damon Martin. Greg Hardy's win at UFC on ESPN6 has been overturned to a no contest after using an inhaler between the second and third round during his fight against Ben Sosoli, the promotion announced on Friday night. Unless pre-approved by the Massachusetts State Athletic Commission, the use of an inhaler is illegal. At the post-fight press conference, UFC President Dana White said Hardy's corner and coach Din Thomas told him a ringside inspector gave Hardy the okay when he asked to use his medicine between rounds. Quote, I think if you watch it, you can understand how it happened. I don't even know what to say. Hardy also claimed the commission gave him explicit permission, but the UFC immediately disputed that and announced the overturning of his unanimous decision win over Sosoli. Hardy says, I was in the ring. Me and my coach asked the commission if it was okay to use my inhaler, and they said yes, so I took it, Hardy said afterwards. I'm still a new guy to this sport. I did what I do in every situation. I asked permission. I got permission, and I did what I was told. As soon as Hardy was seen using the inhaler between rounds, Mark Ratner, the UFC's vice president of regulatory affairs, gave his opinion on the situation during the broadcast. Completely illegal. It's against all the rules, Ratner said. The commentators were even like, that's illegal. He can't be doing that. And it became this huge uproar.
But,
and I think
he has asthma, of course.
He does.
You have to have an inhaler.
Yes.
I don't know, because it's like, as far as like, it's not a performance enhancing drug. Well, I guess, in a way it kind of is. Damn, dude, this is hard.
It's hard.
Because it's not steroids. It's not one of those drugs that's just like,
but it's still, makes you more some powerful. Kind of an edge.
I get you.
You always got to start on a clean slate.
Damn, dude, I'm torn on this one.
Yeah.
I'm legit torn because I've lived with people that have asthma all their lives.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, because like to me, that's why it's not, to me, it's not a performance enhancing. It's just opening your bronchos so you can breathe better because.
But isn't that in itself enhancing their performance?
But at the same time, you have a condition that makes you not breathe as well as other people do.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like you're already at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you have asthma. So that's what I feel like that albuterol just evens it out. But that's my take on it. And I think that's a lot of other people's take on it that goes like, that agrees with them. But I don't know. Again, I am torn on this. Because I get the other side where it's saying, well, it's performance enhancing because it does give them edge. I get what you're saying on that. So that's what, again, I'm torn on this. Yeah, I'm 50-50. This is crazy.
That's the first time I've ever seen, somebody taking an inhaler in between rounds. I mean, I understand the premise of it. But if some of the UFC people are saying, we approved it, and then other people are saying we didn't, I mean,
so somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying. Not lying per se, but there's just so many conflicting opinions that they've never been put in this situation where they had to make a decision on this.
Well, they did.
It's tough. Night, yeah. I mean, you can see the view from both sides. Like, yeah, it's an advantage. Yeah, so if you start at a disadvantage, tough titty. That's what it is. But to take a substance and that enhances you, maybe not performance enhancing, right, but just it. Well, I mean, right, technically it is because it's improving your performance. But I mean, you're at a disadvantage to begin with, so I mean, are you still trying to keep it level, or
But it's also like a disadvantage that's hard to get rid of. It's not like a muscle you're working. Like, yes, do kids grow out of asthma? Yes, of course.
Yeah,
he never did.
That's true.
So I don't know, because it's something you can't really control.
Yeah.
And he's fit because you would think, oh no, he doesn't have fucking asthma. He probably grew out of it by now, and he's fit, but. It's not something that just goes away. It's always going to be there.
It is.
I don't know.
It's tough, man. It's tough. But, we'll see whether they keep that concrete over time in the UFC. So with that, that's all for sports. One thing I wanted to talk to you about is Ghost Recon Breakpoint, man.
Tell me about it, man.
I got it on PC.
Yeah, because we're going to... You got it on PC?
Well, I'm going to get it on PS4, too.
Okay.
I just wanted to try it
because we're supposed to be playing together, man.
I know. I just wanted to
supposed to be on your stream, and we're supposed to make people laugh. It's cool, bro. It's cool.
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. But, dude, first impression, there were a little bit of bugs. They had a patch recently that cleared out a lot of bugs. Microtransactions, that kind of sucks.
Ubisoft.
But visually, this game is beautiful.
Really?
I haven't really taken a lot of screenshots on it. I should. But visually, dude, sometimes I'll just stand there and just take it all in. Like, they spent there's this, in the fields, you can see the wind blowing the grass, and you can see the ripples in the wind, and just, it's just visually beautiful. It's just visually beautiful.
Yes, motherfucker!
What?
Nah, because my job, I don't have to go to this place I don't like to be at.
Okay, small victories.
Fuck yes!
Small victories. Yeah, man, but Breakpoint.
But I can't go on that date, though.
Breakpoint, it's a good game. We should get it. Let's play together. Also, Division 2, 70% off. It's only $30.
Man, dude, okay, because I got the first one. We played together.
Yeah.
The first one, I had the first one before it really got all those updates. Because I got it and I was never into it. So it left an impression on me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I heard the second one, a lot of people love the second one, but they always compare it with Anthem, and Anthem had a lot of trouble starting up. It's better now, but a lot of people say, so Division 2 is great. And I was like, I don't know. It left such an impression on me.
$30.
$30, true. It's just, am I going to play it?
That's
I haven't played many games now. I'm still playing Borderlands 3, and I'm barely play that now.
Yeah, man. That's the thing, just balancing all these games. Because all these games are so long.
It's that, but we're busy and we're working.
Yeah, man. That's why I
legit don't have the time and have to study, too.
Dude, I've had Breakpoint since launch, and I've only played it 4 days.
Yeah.
And each of those sessions have been
like an hour.
2-3 hours. Well, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like I'm not getting, dude, I'm seeing I'm talking to these people that I'm playing with, and they're like, yeah, I already have 100-something hours on this game. I'm like, where? Bitch, where? Like, how? Crazy, but, yeah, man. Pick it up on PS4. I'm going to pick it up, too, and then we're going to fuck some shit up.
Hell
Breakpoint.
Yeah. I'm fucking down.
Yeah, I just want a PSA announcement. If anybody wants Division 2, it's $30 on Ubisoft, 70% off. Scoop that up if you want.
So would you have to have a Uplay account, or?
Well, you make a free Uplay account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can pick that up on there.
So I say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Good episode. Good 50th episode.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like I said earlier, man, we appreciate y'all always for coming through for us, for listening for us. We're just a small little podcast out there, but looking at the numbers and seeing how many of y'all are downloading our episode, how many of y'all are streaming our episode, and just listening and giving a shit about our episode, man.
It actually means a lot.
It does more than y'all know. So we're gonna keep on keeping on with this show. We're gonna ride this shit till the wheels fall off, and we're happy if y'all ride with us, man. So without further ado,
wait.
What?
I'm trying to look up how many fingers do you use to check a prostate.
Oh yeah, that's like our
we need to finish this, bro.
Yeah, we gotta finish. We gotta finish this battle.
Fingers. I'm asking Google because Google has all the answers. Do you use to check?
This is the stupidest a fight that we've ever had.
Prostate, but I don't know. I feel like we fought over stupider. Our years of knowing each other. We know each other what 10 years now?
Yeah, about.
We argue about a lot of stupid shit. Okay. Good. Oh, I think it's one finger. It's probably one finger.
I told you. You said 2 or 3.
I thought at least 2. I mean, yeah, at least 2.
Yeah, digital rectum exam. There's a gloved finger, singular finger.
Glove finger.
Finger. Yeah. Come on, dude.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, I think they're really gonna put 2 or 3 fingers in there? That's crazy.
How do you check for prostate cancer?
No, we're not doing this.
Together decide where the prostate cancer screening is right for you.
All right. Well.
So you can't check it at home. Okay.
I wouldn't want to check it at home. That require a lot of gymnastics and acrobatics.
Actually, no. If your arm is long.
No, my arms aren't long. But anyways, good episode. My name is Justin.
Sham wow, sham bam kablam, sham amazing. Dark temptation. Sham bam. Goddamn. Catch y'all later for 51.
Peace.
Out.
Ooh, man.